Is anime racist? Imagine you get to react to this upcoming Genshin character drip marketing and half of the responses are not lore-wise, not mechanics, but why are you white? While of course Genshin's case is like heaven and hell in contrast to anime, we've seen enough parallels where you might wonder why are the characters looking like they have been bleached since childhood. And with the community becoming diverse enough, we as the audience may ask why are we not represented in anime? Which follows you with another question if it's even necessary. Before you burn me down on a witch hunt, this is a personal take, and no, it's not cause this guy's Asian and that anime happens to also originate from Asia, so you're free to preach below if you wish to. Knowing what anime here is crucial, but assuming we've been through that as a Japanese media and something you've been watching a ton of, we know that it is mainly set in Japan and is only massively marketed there, portrays the people in Japan. Therefore, it renders diverse representation unnecessary as almost the entire population itself consists of their native people. And the fact that most foreigners you'll see there are people who possess similar traits explains without doubt this quote-unquote homogeneity, where the rest of the demographics may seem alien. So speaking broadly, for a medium that specifically involves Japan, the only ones they have to represent are thematically relevant people, which is basically their own selves. Cause if Hollywood's making this grand fucking movie, but let's cast an Asian as the hero, because screw the fact that they belong to Nordic culture. Or let's have The Last Airbender 2010 led by White Ong.
My name is Ong.
Which they did. But if such portrayal is needless in this concept of homogeneity, why does anime occasionally depict Western culture? And on top of that, make their characters unrealistically polished? Well, if you learned enough history at school, something my teacher never taught me, it's undeniable that the westernization period after the Sakoku policy, which was Japan's isolationist foreign edict some of you might have thought only existed in Genshin Impact, shaped their perception and subsequently familiarized them with the West. So with all the modernization and influence, the Japanese are way more ready to compose or get inspired by their stories. Besides, Disney's been here for a decade, so what do you expect? While those 2D drawings on your walls or body pillows that you usually call moe are their own original art style, and it's not like they are the only ones with these flawless character designs. Thus, is anime racist? No. Anime is just being what it needs to be, and upon researching, I found that issues alike came from the US, which got me thinking of the obvious contrast, where you cannot outright look at anime or Japan in general with the same lens as how you view them or this entire world where racial diversity is a hugely sensitive issue. Now tell me your reason for liking anime in the first place, and that must have gone back to its authenticity. It came from Japan, has its tropes and typical storytellings, character designs, art, heck, the list can go on. And if that essence will be ruined in the name of diversity, which was never or barely a thing in the context of Japan and its culture portrayed in anime, then might as well go watch Family Guy, cause apparently you can't be racist if you equally shit on everyone. So some representation might seem forced and ultimately redundant. It's a hit or miss that gets you cancelled on Reddit for unintentionally embodying stereotypes into a character. While it's nice to have ourselves portrayed in the media that we love, as diversity should indeed be embraced, no one should demand every piece of media to cater to them. And if that happens, the concept of inclusion becomes intrusion, which I hope will never occur during my lifetime.